Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Ma'am Yuniarsih Manggarsari SPD MPD is our English lecturer. First of all, I will say thanks to our God Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us mercy and blessings so we can still live our life happily till today. Salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam who has brought us from the darkness into the lightness, from the bad community into the good community. Before I present my task, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Yoke Anindia Nurulita with student number 0703-1282-1261, 7 and 5. I'm an undergraduate communication student from Faculty of Social and Political Science, Sriwijaya University, batch 2021. Passage 1. Passing fears are common in early childhood. Many 2 to 4 years olds are afraid of animals, especially dogs. By 6 years, children are more likely to be afraid of the dark. Other common fears are of thunderstorms, dark chairs, and imaginary creatures. The topic of this paragraph is, my answer is B, passing fears. The next questions, the stated of main idea of this paragraph is, my answer is A, passing fears are common in early childhood. Passage 2. Congratulations, you have been offered a job. The time has come to negotiate your salary. The question to ask yourself is, how much am I worth? Your answer will likely affect the outcome of your salary negotiation. The point is, in order to negotiate the best possible salary, you must convince both yourself and the employer of the value that you will bring to the job. The topic of this paragraph is, my answer is D, negotiating the best possible salary. Next questions. The stated main idea of this paragraph is, my answer is D. The point is, in order to negotiate the best possible salary, you must convince both yourself and the employer of the value that you will bring to the job. Passage 3. There are differences in adolescent satisfaction with their bodies. Compared with boys, girls are usually less happy with their bodies and have more negative body image. Also, as puberty proceeds, girls often become even more dissatisfied with their bodies. This is probably because their body fat increases. In contrast, boys become more satisfied as they move through puberty, probably because their muscles mass increases. The topic of this paragraph is, my answer is A, adolescent satisfaction with their bodies. The stated main idea of this paragraph is, my answer is A, there are gender differences in adolescent satisfactions with their bodies. Passage 4. One of the big programming surprises of the 2002 summer TV series was a show on the Fox network called American Idol, a talent search that highlighted several aspiring performers. The final episode of the show garnered the biggest audience share among 18 to 49 years old that the network has ever had. Based on a British series called Pop Idol, American Idol is another in a long list of shows that the United States has imported. In fact, many popular US TV shows originated overseas. These include the quiz shows Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and The Weakest Link, both also from Britain. Other examples include Survivor, imported from Sweden, Big Brother, based on a Dutch series of the same name, and TLC's Trading Spaces, based on the British series Changing Room. The question is, the topic of this paragraph is, my answer is C, American Idol. The next questions, the stated main idea of this paragraph is, my answer is A. One of the big programming surprises of the 2002 summer TV series was a show on the Fox network called American Idol, a talent search that highlighted several aspiring performers. Passage 5. Don't wait for your company to send you to school. Determine needs and ask about the company's training program. If they don't have one, sign up for classes at a local college. When it comes to your professions, you should be a lifelong learner. Put a high priority on learning new skills and on a personal growth and personal development. learn new software technology, and improve interpersonal and writing skills. The topic of this paragraph is being a lifelong learner, or C. The next questions, the stated main idea of this paragraph is, my answer is C. When it comes to your professions, you should be a lifelong learner. Paragraph 1. Tsunamis, large ocean waves by underwater earthquakes, can be deadly and destructive. For example, in December 2004, an underwater earthquake triggered a massive tsunami throughout the Indian Ocean. The tsunami killed more than 200,000 people and caused billions of dollars of damage to the coast of numerous Southeast Asian countries. The question is, the stated main idea of the sentence is, my answer is B. Tsunamis, large ocean waves caused by underwater earthquakes, can be deadly and destructive. Paragraph 2. Even today, the U.S. Supreme Court doesn't reflect the U.S. populations. It was 1967 before the first black justice was appointed. It was 1981 before the first woman was appointed to the court. It was 1986 before the court had its first justice of Italian descent. No person of Hispanic or Asian descent has yet been appointed as a member of the court. The question is, the stated main idea sentence is. My answer is A. Even today, the U.S. Supreme Court doesn't reflect the U.S. populations. Paragraph 3. In Africa, music is usually performed outdoors. There is spontaneous music making as well as performance by social and music groups at ceremonies and feasts. There is no musical notation or written music. African music tradition, like folklore and history, is transmitted orally. Music is a social activity in which almost everyone participates. Clearly, African music has several interesting characteristics. The stated main idea sentence is C. Clearly, African music has several interesting characteristics. Passage 4. High achievement motivation affect people's choice and job success. Motivation refers to the psychological needs for success in schools, sports, occupations, or other competitive situations. People with high achievement motivations often go into occupations that provide rewards for individual achievement, such as sales, engineering, architecture, or law. Moreover, people with high achievement motivation tend to go into occupations that realistically match their abilities. For this reason, they have little anxiety or fear of failure. When success is achieved, they enjoy the fruit of their labor more than the average person. The question is, the stated main idea sentence is A. High achievement motivation affect people's choice of occupation and job success. Paragraph 5. Democracy comes from the Greek word demos, which means the people, and kratia, meaning to rule. The term democracy refers to a form of government in which the people govern either directly or through elected representatives. In other words, it is a set of rules for determining who will exercise the authority of government. The stated main idea sentence is A. The term democracy refers to a form of government in which the people govern either directly or through elected representatives. Paragraph 6. Some believe that Americans have become merely consumers of material goods who no longer care about helping others. This image is false, however. An estimated 90 million Americans volunteer, and the monetary value of their volunteer time is estimated at $200 billion a year. Many of these volunteers serve on committees, babysit, sing in church choir, coach, and lead scout troops. More than 1.5 million of these volunteers provide fire protections and ambulance service without pay. The question is, an estimated 90 million Americans volunteer, and the monetary value of their volunteer time is estimated at $200 billion a year. Paragraph 7. Is it an ant, you wonder, or a termite? Ants resemble termites, but they are quite different and can be easily distinguished. In contrast to termites, ants are usually dark in color, are hard bodies, and have constrictions before the thorax and abdomen. Also, ants and termites belong to the different orders. The stated main idea sentence is, my answer is B. Ants resemble termites, but they are quite different and can be easily distinguished. Paragraph 8. Adolescents tend to choose friends who are like them, and friends influence each other to become even more alike. Friends are usually the same race and have similar status with the peer group. Male adolescents tend to have many friends, but the friendships are rarely close ones. Among teenage girls, friendships are fewer but much closer, and they provide a great deal of emotional support. The stated main idea in the sentence is, the answer is A. Adolescents tend to choose friends who are like them, and friends influence each other to become even more alike. Paragraph 9. An individual with the eating disorder bulimia first eats secretly, consuming an enormous amount of food in one sitting. The large quantity of food is clearly beyond simple hunger. Then, after the eating binge comes the purge. In this pass, the person vomits or uses laxatives to make sure the food doesn't stay in the body and produce weight gain. With bulimia, there is always a distinct binge and purge pattern. The stated main idea in the sentence is, my answer is C. With bulimia, there is always a distinct binge and purge pattern. The last paragraph, or paragraph 10. When you listen to a speech, can it help you to focus on the speaker's strengths and weaknesses? By closely observing and listening to the people when they give speeches, you can learn a great deal that will make you more a successful speaker. If the speaker isn't effective, try to determine why. If he or she is effective, try to pick out technique that you can use in your own speech. If the speaker is ineffective, avoid the errors that the person's made. The stated main idea of the sentence is B. By closely observing and listening to the people when they give speeches, you can learn a great deal that will make you a more successful speaker. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm so sorry if I had and made a lot of mistakes inside. And billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.